that it is quite late for you. Did you have a good day? Are you feeling happy or are you feeling so-so?
Not about happy, but just a little bit hectic.
Just a little bit. Okay. So what is it making you only just a little bit?
I mean busy.
Okay, so you're
because I moving house last week.
Okay. So you are happy because you're busy or because you're less busy?
It's nothing about happy or not. Just busy, very busy. A lot of difficulties I have to face, and lots of rate tab I have to do. Just
okay. But you're not feeling miserable. You're not feeling unhappy. Is that right?
Maybe. I should.
You don't know really.
Because I moved to a good place. I think everything's fine.
Okay, so you've moved. So that's interesting because on the one hand you're happy at the move, but probably you have a lot of work to do, which isn't so funny, is it? Okay, Aladdin, I see that you've just come on the air. How happy are you at the moment? You've got a big sunny grin on the chat. So how are you feeling? Are you feeling happy?
Yes, indeed. Every time I join to any sessions from Learning English Network, I'd be happy. That makes me happy. Thanks. Okay. That makes me happy. So it's yes.
Why though? Why?
I'm not sure, but it looks like I'm not alone. I'm meet other people around the world, so it makes me happy.
Okay. Doesn't make you rich though. It won't make you into a millionaire because you think that money makes you happy. Yes.
No, I said money is part of the equations. If we said that it's a part of it, not all of it, indeed. But yes. Don't ignore it. That's it. I don't.
I concede that money is the means to the end, isn't it? Or a means to an end where it helps you get what you want. Yeah. Okay, I'm guessing here because I can only see an M, but I think Mohit, are you next on the screen? I see all these little symbols with one or two letters. Are you around, Mohit? Maybe not. Maybe the M I'm seeing is someone else. But Mohammed, are you there? Or again, am I guessing wrongly?
Yeah, I am here.
Okay. So how do you feel? Are you feeling happy?
Yeah, maximum time I feel happy.
Okay. And how do you feel now? Do you feel happy now?
Yeah, this time also I'm feeling happy.
Why? What is it that is making you feel happy?
Yeah, because I'm back to home from after watching the one movie on what we say that on hall. So that's why I am happy this time.
Okay. So it was watching an enjoyable movie with your friends or your own?
Yeah, with friends.
Okay. Friends, and you were watching a movie, so that's made you feel happy.
No, so many things that makes me happy. Yeah, I'm saying so many things that makes me happy, but now you have said that. Why you are happy now? That's I am saying that. Just 2 minutes before. Yeah.
No, that's good because obviously you can't be watching a movie or be with your friends all of the time. So when you have lots of things that make you happy, then that means that there's a better chance that you're going to be in a happy mood most of the time. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, next door on my screen, I think it's Emmanuel because it's the only one that begins with an E. Yeah? Ahead only. So, Emmanuel, are you feeling happy right now?
Yes, yes. Hi, Marianne. Hi, guys.
Hi.
Yes, I'm feeling happy. Especially, I feel happy because I know people whom I mostly am fond of are happy, are well. So when I know that people I care of are well, I'm well as well. It's
That's good.
like a twist, a tongue twister, but it is. So I'm happy when people surrounding me are happy, because otherwise I think I've done maybe something wrong, something that make them feel unhappy. It is something. It usually works this way with me. So
Yes.
I'm relaxed when I know that other people are well. So I'm well as I'm well too, and everything is going well. It is simply it is.
Okay, good. So when you feel happy when you are surrounded by people who are happy and well, that's a very good motivation for being happy. Now, there's an N above you, and I'm guessing that might be Nidhi because that's the only N I see on the screen. So Nidhi, are you with us? What makes you happy? Are you happy now? Now Nidhi has popped up somewhere else. So maybe it was Naval. Naval, are you there? I'm doing
Yes.
guessing here. Right, Naval. So, are you happy and what makes you happy?
At the moment, no, I'm not happy at the moment, but I'm
Oh,
not sad either.
okay. So,
Yeah.
in neutral.
Okay, yes, you can say
Yeah?
that.
Okay, so I was going to say, because when you said you were not happy, then immediately I thought, oh, maybe that means that you're unhappy because April perhaps was more on the unhappy side because the weather is miserable and she's probably feeling a bit blue. But you're just in neutral. Yeah.
Yes.
So that means that there's nothing really making you feel positive, but at the same time, you're not really feeling negative. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Now, what then actually makes you feel happy?
The things that make me happy. Uh, okay. The first thing is video games, tasty food, and going to the gym. These three things that make me
And
happy.
what about chocolate? Because Mohit was talking about chocolate further on, and I don't know whether that
Chocolate.
just
No, I
is
don't
just
like chocolates and all.
you don't like chocolate. Okay, so that doesn't make you happy. It makes a lot of people happy.
Yes, probably it can make a lot of people happy, but it doesn't make me happy. I mean, I do not like chocolates at all.
Okay, but you like tasty food. Now that's
Yes.
also an interesting one because I know that that gives me a lot of pleasure. In fact, cooking it as well makes me very happy.
Okay, but I don't like cooking at all. I just like eating.
I like cooking it as well. So, okay, so above you, I think I see, is it Mohammed? I'm not sure because it's difficult to see.
What?
Wait a minute. Yes. So, are you happy right now?
Yeah, I am happy. I am happy now.
But why? Why are you happy?
Actually, I have given the response. Okay, wait a second. Because just 2 minutes before I came to my home after watching the movie with so many friends in hall. So that's why now I am happy, and so many things that makes me happy. There is different part like when I bunk the classes with the friend and utilize this time watching the movie and some doing comedy type of thing, that also make me happy. And also when I go to the zoo and any particular place that is famous with the friend, not with the parents, with the friend, that time that makes me happy. And
Okay. So you like going to movies and that makes you happy. Yeah, that makes me very happy too. I don't go out to see movies enough because in Europe it's very expensive now. So it's less frequent that I would go to the cinema, but whenever I do, it gives me an extra pleasure. It's not just watching the movie, it's the actual event, being with friends, physically sitting in the cinema.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and the middle we give the some we solve in the middle of the movie with the friend and doing some, what we say, how can I explain that, doing with the, actually watching the movie is not to make me happy. Watching the movie with the friends, a lot of friends, and with the and doing some comedy type of thing and giving the some comment on that movie,
Do
that
you
make
give
me
the
happy.
comments? Do you give the comments during the movie, or do you
Yeah,
wait? You
yeah,
do.
in the middle
Can
of
I
the movie we solve.
can I just interrupt you for a moment because I'm not sure if the folk who are not used to India realise that going to the cinema can be quite a noisy thing to do. I know that I have had many frustrating times where I've been trying to watch the movie and everybody's talking about it, but not very quietly. They're actually speaking to each other, and sometimes it can be quite noisy and it's difficult to watch the movie. Okay, Nidhi, are you happy today? And if so, why are you happy?
Yeah, I am happy. Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you perfectly.
Yeah, I am happy because, okay, sorry, it's a philosophical answer because I am not finding any reason to be sad. That's why I am happy. I am alive, so I am happy.
Okay, that's quite a cool way of looking at it. There's nothing to make me feel sad, so that means I'm happy. That's a
Yeah,
very
because nothing bad happened to me today. So I am happy. I have no reason to be unhappy.
okay. Now that I think is one of the best answers in my view. Yeah. Now I'm mystified. Wait a minute. I'm going to try and see if I can work out who. Let's see. Oh no. Okay. So the M that I was worrying about is Mohit, who can't talk. So Hermine, are you happy today?
Hi, Marianne. Hi, everybody. Yes, I'm feeling happy today because yesterday I bought myself a magazine called The Economist, and there is a story in it. I could read perfectly well. I could understand the plot, the gist. Yeah, that makes me happy for today.
Brilliant. Well done. The Economist is not that easy to read. So if you have been able to read an article from The Economist, your reading must be getting really good, Hermine. So that's really good. So you have very good reason to be happy.
Yeah, thank you, thank you. Maybe it is a simple one, but
No, I don't think so. I think they're all pretty difficult in the Economist. So that's really good. That's really good.
and,
Okay,
and
I
there
don't
is
know.
sorry, Marianne, and there is a further one. Reason why I'm feeling happy. It is we have 2 days off today and
Oh,
tomorrow. School.
days.
Yes, that's
2 days.
2 days. Yes, we have a long weekend this time.
Okay, now why have you got 2 days? Because I know that in some countries like France, May the 1st they take the holiday on the day of the week that it's made the 1st. So in fact, people prefer if it's on a Tuesday or a Thursday, because then usually they take the day off in between and make it a long weekend. But this year it's the 1st. But it's Monday. So why have you got 2 days off?
That's a good question, Marianne. The teachers have a good life in our country, apparently. I know what you mean. We call this these days a window.
Yes.
A window day.
In the French, they call it, well, it's called a bridge. Same idea.
Yeah.
When they take the day off in between, but this year they can't do that because it's a Monday.
Yes, yes, but my daughter has to go work tomorrow because she's working in a pharmacy, and the teachers here and the schools, the public schools will be closed tomorrow. And for normal, I don't know. I just think the teachers have all a good life here. I don't see any reason. I don't see any reason why they shouldn't work tomorrow. But apparently,
well, being a big sympathizer for teachers, I can only say that I think that they probably deserve it. Okay, because a teacher's life in schools is not a very easy one. Okay, I don't know if Lynn is online. Maybe not, because she might be busy, but I'd quite like to ask Lynn if you're there, if you're happy, and if you and what makes you happy. Lynn might not be there because I know she's very busy. Okay, let's move on to Edward. Are you happy, and what makes you happy?
Thank you for the questions. I'm happy because I did something what I've achieved last 2 days that I have never done before, because it's very difficult to surpass some work or everything that makes me happy that I needed to myself.
Okay, so it was something that was to do with your work, but because it was challenging and you've managed to do it, that's made you very happy. Okay, so that's another interesting thing that makes us happy. Yeah, when we've got something that is difficult and we manage to get it done, and it can be work. It doesn't have to be just pleasure. Okay, and can you tell us what it was that you solved, what you did? Was it computer programming? Was it a particular problem?
It's American-based online work. I passed as a mediator. I can earn more, but unfortunately, I can't reach those earnings that those positions same as mine. But I managed to learn and surpass all the difficulties in my earnings, so I can earn more than in my previous months. So I'm happy now.
So that's well done and congratulations, because it sounds like you've managed to get to a level, or you've managed to pass a grade that means that you will be able to in future get a better job perhaps. Okay,
Yes.
now I think, is it, now let's see, I've got to do this again. Hernan, are you happy?
Hi, Marianne.
Hi.
Yes, I guess I am. Yes, but
Okay,
I have to say, no. The thing is that I have to say that maybe it's the way I am, or maybe my profession. But I tend to to use to try to be very precise with some terms, because they are, especially when they are really meaningful or important. So I tend to be more restrictive in order to, when I use some words like happiness or something like that. But I used to believe that happiness was only the sum of very specific moments, because you couldn't be happy all the time. It was just for a moment, or that you, if you were happy and lucky to be, maybe it could prolong it a bit more. But looking back, it was like little points in time, like peaks, that if you could just unite all the dots, and you could have a positive curve, you could say, all right, I am a happy person, something like that. But in time, that changed for me, and I think that now it's more than that. You can, at least, well, I can be happy, and I feel happy, and most of the time I can say that I am. Yes.
Okay, but what makes you happy then? Because you talked about it being like a temporary, that just, certain things that might come along make you happy. What makes you really happy?
Well, I can remember a conversation I had once with someone, and we were talking about happiness, and that person told me, think about the happiest moments you ever had, you ever felt. Were you alone there then or not? And I was never alone in those moments. And so for me, happiness is about that, about being with my wife, with my family, with my friends, with the people I love, sharing everything, sharing moments, silence, I don't know. It's the small things that one can imagine, but when I'm with the people I love, I feel that, and I can feel it even when I am alone, thinking about them, remembering, and that gives me the possibility to even being happy with some other little things that has nothing to do with anything, just little moments that it all combines to this happiness, continuous happiness feeling that you can have. I think for me it's like it's been like this for a long while now, thank God.
Okay.
So I feel blessed.
Well, I don't know whether I can't remember if you were with us on Friday when we were going through a TED talk. We were reading the transcript of it, and if you haven't heard it, it's on the forum, on the social groups, because actually the punchline of that was to do with relationships, actually being the thing that the study that was done, which was reckoned to be the longest study ever, 75 years.
Yes, I remember. I was there, yes, on Friday. Thank you.
And it was it was relationships that summed up. Okay, Kratika, are you able to speak? Can I ask you if you are happy?
Yeah. Hi, Marian.
Hi. Are you happy, and what makes you happy?
Right now, I'm neutral. But I would like to tell you what makes me happy. Ice cream, first of all. If I'm not in a good mood, and if I eat ice cream, definitely it makes my mood better, first of all. And rain. Another reason for my happiness is rain. Whenever I see it is raining, automatically I start feeling good. And apart from that, actually for me it is a bit complicated to tell you what can make me happy, but these are the two reasons. Generally, no matters I'm in bad mood, but whenever I see it is raining, or if I get a chance to have ice cream, it makes me feel quite good. Thank you.
Okay, so you are happy when you eat ice cream, yeah, but you can't be eating ice cream all the time. Does that mean that you're not happy much of the time? There must be
Um,
something else. You're happy.
Marian, I mean, if I'm feeling energetic or if I see that I'm healthy, it makes me feel happy. To be very honest, okay. And most of the time, I mean, I can't tell you, but if I'm surrounded by kids, okay, so that also makes me happy. And we
Okay.
do something idiot kind of activities.
Okay. No, that sounds okay. Okay, Abhishek, are you happy? And if so, well, I want to know what makes you happy too.
Yes, I'm happy. I don't have a reason to be sad.
Okay, so a bit like Nidhi. I like that. I like that attitude very much. I must be happy because there's nothing that makes me feel sad or unhappy. Okay. Is there anything in particular though that really makes you feel very happy?
Yeah, there are many things like which makes us happy. Like if you go outside, you find children. If you have someone, if you have any elder person who's elder than you, and if you help that person, then it's really a good moment for you, a very happiest moment for you. So I think these are those things which makes me really happy to help others, because from them you can get blessings, and that blessings, it's not like that for those blessing I'm helping someone. I like that those things to do. It's I don't know, it's just natural. It's from my childhood, so it's just natural for me. So this all these things makes me happy, and I want to just keep it up, keep it up, keep it on, and till the end of my whole life I want to do that. Whatever I can do. All
Okay,
these
now
things
that's
make me happy.
that's really interesting and really good. You mentioned helping others as making you feel happy, and I think you're the first person that's mentioned that. And for me, that's something which makes me feel very, very happy. Yeah, it's one of the motivations I have in life that I think most people, or a lot of people, want to feel that they are helping somebody else. Now, it might not be something as great as spending all their time as volunteers, going to feed the poor or doing something like that. But if we look at the jobs that most of us do, April, you used to be a nurse, didn't you? Now, if you didn't want to help people, you wouldn't have been doing that job, would you?
Yes, that's true. The feeling that you get, the satisfaction. I don't know. Is it maybe the same satisfaction and happiness? I'm not sure. At that moment that you can make that patient happy, that patient will be happy also because she or he is cured, and watching that will make me happy also.
Okay, so yeah, and I think for teachers too. I mean, teaching. I mentioned to Hermine when she said that there was an extra day off. Not to underestimate what a tough job teachers have. They may seem to have these lovely long holidays, but boy, do they deserve them, because teaching children can be extremely difficult. This is why I'm very lazy, because I prefer teaching adults, because they're much easier. But anyway, but teachers, I don't think, would do their job either if it was just for the pay, because the job, yeah, it's a hard job. Yeah. They want to help children become educated, even if it's in some small way. Okay, now I think the only person we haven't had, is Mona here? Yes, Mona.
Hello.
Can you speak? Hello. Are you happy?
Yeah. Today?
Are you happy today? And what makes you happy?
maybe to be happy, it's not for all our life. It is by moment. Sometimes I feel happy when my family, when my parents, my family are happy. I feel happy. I'm feeling happy. The day my mother is sick, I go with her to the hospital. Then I don't I am not happy.
Right. Yes. So, because at the moment your mother is not very well, so you've got quite a lot of worries in that concern. Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
But that's interesting because you have also commented on, in fact, quite a few of these. So you're happy when people around you are happy, and you're happy when you're with your family and your relatives. So it comes back to this point that the TED Talk on Friday was making, which was about relationships. Now, I've actually got to perhaps look at the most important things that the academics, the researchers think are to do with making us happy. So I'm making a mess here of copy and pasting. So let me try and get, okay. All right. Okay, we're going to look at the top 3 first and see how we go with that, because there are 10 top things that they talk about here. So maybe Mona, would you like to read this first paragraph?
Okay. The top 3. 1. Family and relationship. The happiest people spend time with those they love, including family, partner, or friends. Intimacy with others fulfills basic human needs. The need for social connection with others of our kind, and the need for personal growth, which makes us feel alive. A simple strategy for happiness is to accept social invitation whenever possible, or to initiate social gathering with family and friends. Face-to-face meetings make us more happy than online networking, especially because hugging and other forms of physical touch arise endorphins. Use technology to set up meetings that get out there and hope not the fashioned way.
Okay, thank you for that. Now, your reception or your signal is perhaps the worst, but then you live in Algeria, in Algiers, or did you say that you were from further south? I can't remember. Mona.
Yeah, I'm from Algeria, but now I don't live in Algiers, but in another city in the south of Algeria.
Okay, so that might be that your internet is perhaps not quite as good as the internet in some of the other countries. Yeah, I know very well this problem because when I'm in Nepal, I almost never can use Skype very easily. But you have read very well, and I think there were just 1 or 2 words there which I don't know if anyone knows what it means, to hobnob the old-fashioned way. Do you know what that means? Or can anyone tell me what that is? And interestingly, am I reading the same article? No, I don't think I am, Mohit. Okay, so hobnob. Yes, April's got it. Okay, chit chat, just talking face to face, just talking on things that are not very important. Yeah, we call that hobnob. And so really what this paragraph is saying is that, oh, sorry, I know what Mohit's saying here. I've managed to put all of the paragraphs by mistake. Okay. Yeah, what the paragraph is really saying is that it's the face-to-face relationships, talking with each other. Yeah. Okay. Can I have a volunteer to read paragraph 2, please? I'm looking to see who is going to say me. Okay, April, you were the quickest. Would you please read the second paragraph, and then Nidhi, would you please read the third if it's there? If not, then I'll put it when you finish the second. Can you actually find the second one, April? Because I'm afraid I made a real... Okay. The best thing is that I just put it again, okay? So this is the second paragraph again. No. Oh my God. It's a
you only pasted the first paragraph. I think it's the same. Oh no.
No, I've posted.
I found it. I found it.
Okay, number 2, meaningful work.
Okay, I found it, and I'm smiling now and laughing.
Okay.
Meaningful work. We are happiest when engaged in activities that make us forget ourselves and lose track of time. Psychologist Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi calls the flow experience. Flow can be achieved when making music, gardening, playing with children, practicing sports, writing, or even poring over a spreadsheet. According to Csikszentmihalyi, doing what you do best is the best way to achieve flow. Abraham Maslow defines self-actualization as the innate human motivation that each of us to achieve our potential. We experience a sense of fulfillment when using and developing our skills, talents, and abilities. When we complete a challenge or task that we are pleased with, we achieve a peak experience of self-realization and are happy with our achievement. For that short time, we have achieved self-actualization. Okay,
lovely, very good. Okay, so let's see, I put a couple of words there. Pour over. If you pour over something, we're not talking about pouring the cream over your strawberries. So what does that mean? Pouring over an Excel spreadsheet?
I think just very busy with that. Put all your attention to that.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Yes. I mean, it's when you're like, the picture I have in my head is somebody hunched over looking carefully at something. Yeah. You might pore over your newspaper if you're trying to read some details. Yeah. Okay. And innate, something that is innate. What does that mean? The first 2 letters give you a clue.
You got it from your birth, I think. Innate.
Yeah, it's from inside. It's from inside of you. Yeah. Okay, so Nidhi. Were there any other words? Sorry, were there any other words in that paragraph that you didn't understand? Anybody? No. Okay, Nidhi, would you like to read paragraph number 3?
Yeah, positive thinking.
Yes.
Okay. One attitude contributing to happiness is the refusal to compare yourself with others. Be content that the house you have is enough house instead of envying your neighbor's bigger house. If you really have to compare, compare down, not up. For example, Olympic bronze medalists who consider themselves lucky to get a medal are happier than silver medalists who feel that they missed the gold medal. Another useful attitude is to choose to believe the better option. For example, if your partner often works late, accept that he is overwhelmed with deadlines. Instead, sorry, instead of telling yourself that he is just doesn't care enough to spend time with you.
Okay, so that's another interesting aspect of happiness, thinking positively about things. Now, I get the feeling that most of you out there seem to think positively about things, and that makes you happy, if not all the time, probably pretty much most of the time. Okay, because Nidhi, your attitude is, well, things are good. There's nothing making me unhappy. Now that's looking at it very positively, rather than coming from the attitude which says, well, what is there to make me feel happy? Yeah. So are there any words there that you weren't sure about, Nidhi?
No, I think it's clear.
Okay, I want to ask Aladdin. So you don't think it works for you to think positively all the time? Why is that, Aladdin? Would you like to?
It's not work. I don't know. It might be. It's impossible to think positive all the time. It's impossible to happen. Yeah, you can't think positive all the time. I mean, but might be for part of it, or thinking for a period of time positive. But you have to think of negative things also. That's what in my opinion, work. So if you expect that the things, and if you expect that, it will keep you on track. It will keep you doing things, because nothing is always good. So if you expect some kind of negative things and it happen, you expect it before it happened. So that makes you a little bit, okay, I'm good. It's normal. I mean, it's normal.
Okay, now
so
I get
thinking positive all the time, and you will perceive all negative things. It will drag you down. That's my point.
Okay, because I can understand some people think that it's best to look on the pessimistic side, what are the disadvantages, because then you won't get disappointed when things are better. And so if you're always optimistic, the argument is that, well, if things aren't as good as you expect or hope, then you're disappointed, and that's going to make you unhappy. So that there is an argument in that, perhaps. But then there is a way around this, because, okay, I don't want to go into deep Buddhist philosophy with you, but I think that it is possible, if you think positively, to usually find something positive out of almost anything that happens that might be by someone else thought as a negative. For example, if I do something really stupid, and I might initially curse myself, oh, that was really stupid. Why did I do that? Blah, 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 blah. But I learned by that mistake. And so very quickly I can argue, well, that's something actually I now know I shouldn't do. So in future, I will make sure that perhaps I will leave 10 minutes earlier so that I don't get caught up in the traffic jam at that particular intersection. Do you see what I mean? That by working out what it is that you have done wrong, you learn by that mistake, and that's a positive, isn't it? Because you can avoid that for the future. Now, I know that is a simple answer, But I find that whenever something goes wrong, I always try to think of the positive rather than Mona thinking negative to improve ourselves. I think of the positive. Yeah. So when you find that you get into that habit, it means that actually it takes an awful lot then to drag you down, to actually make you feel that, oh, nothing can be fixed. Yeah. So I think that this might be a very interesting topic for us to look at in the future, because I've read a lot and I also try to think positively as much as I can. So even when I'm having perhaps a disagreement with somebody, yeah. Now, Hernan's just mentioned see both sides, and that also is a good way of certainly tackling arguments so that actually they don't become arguments very much anymore. So you've got that balance, yeah? So for those of you who don't tend to think positively, you might find that if you do think positively, you will feel a lot happier, okay? Now, it's not for no reason that it's in one of the top 3 reasons or things that make us feel happy, okay? Because I've still got another 7 ideas. I'll run through them very quickly because we're not going to have time to go through them. But gratitude is one. This is a subset of positive thinking, okay? So feeling thankful that even if something has turned out wrong, maybe you've learned by it, for example. So grateful people are happy people. Forgiveness, okay? So if you can't forgive, that means you usually become quite angry or depressed. So letting go of those toxic feelings actually increases your happiness. Giving to others, now that was mentioned, Abhishek, particularly, by volunteering or helping other people can make you feel very happy, because it also helps you to appreciate how lucky you are. And when you feel lucky, usually you feel happy. Yeah. Personal freedom, okay, so everyone needs some freedom to certain extents. Yeah, and so if you've got your own choices, so that's also one way of feeling happy. And of course, good health is very important. And the only thing that I wasn't sure I agreed with here was the number 10 in this particular article. And I'll post the article on the forum so you can have a look at it. And it says number 10, watching TV. But actually, although it goes against conventional wisdom, apparently studies by the psychologists and economists confirm that watching the TV actually increases our enjoyment and happiness in the moment. So that's probably where we get the going to the movies, why people feel happy about that. And I know that I find watching the TV by myself very boring, but if I'm with my family or with friends watching the TV, it can be very enjoyable. So let's see. Edward, do you like watching the TV? Are you still there? I've pounced on you. Or maybe, let's see. Oh, I've got to. Naval.
Yes.
TV. Do you like watching the TV?
Yes, I do.
Yes, but what do you prefer, going to the movies or watching a film on the TV?
Movies. Actually, I like gore movies, and they do not shows these kind of movies on television, right? But Rocky is one of my favorites, so I do watch it. HBO, it shows it a lot, so I do watch it whenever it is on. And I like to go for the geopolitical sector as well. I want to know that what is going on in the geopolitical sector at the moment. And I also like to watch nature, history, these kind of informative channels as well.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and I mean, even I don't like watching TV much, but when it comes to the nature and the travel type programs, I enjoy watching those. And then you can't help but feel happy when you're watching something which is interesting you. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Let's see. It's difficult to see who is there and who isn't. Emmanuel, do you watch TV at all?
No, actually, no, I don't like watching TV. Um, I prefer.
Why is that? Is that because the TV is so bad in Italy, or is it just because there's nothing that interests you?
No, I feel like when watching TV, somebody is stealing my time. Then I prefer to do something more useful, or go outdoor for a stroll for something, or maybe reading a book, or otherwise getting on internet to improve my English on for example. But simply watching TV, it seems like I'm wasting my time. I don't know. Maybe just when there is a good film, a good movie, then I enjoy watching TV. But otherwise, I feel like I'm wasting my time. I don't know. I don't know why. It is a strange feeling. It is like somebody is forcing me to sit in front of the television and wasting my time. It's strange, but it works this way. Yes.
I think it depends on the person, Emmanuel, because for some people, it's very enjoyable, and for some people, it's maybe the only entertainment that they have. They don't have the choice or so much choice, so they're going to find it enjoyable. I don't judge. I mean, for myself, I don't spend any time watching TV. I don't have a TV. But when I go to see my mother, she watches a huge amount of TV, and it makes her happy because it's entertainment, it's easy for her. And she's also quite deaf, so she watches with subtitles. She couldn't go to a cinema because unless she was watching a foreign film, there would be no subtitles. So she can get quite a lot of pleasure. Yeah. And as Hermine says, it depends on what you watch, because some things are very interesting. And even I, who don't like TV, have to concede that I do actually watch some TV programs. I might watch a TV series, but I don't watch them on the TV. So somehow it's not quite the same. I don't have to usually wait a week to watch whatever it is. Yeah. So it's an interesting one that they include it, and it's also probably a little bit controversial, or, as I said, each to their own. Yeah. And priorities, yeah. Priorities of what you find. I think it also depends on what sort of programs are available as well. Okay, because if you're to watch just the government channels, and you might, I have to say that I don't find very many interesting programs on the limited government channels here in France, but I've never explored all the other channels that might be available. And when I'm in Nepal, it's mainly Indian channels, and most of them in Hindi. So of course I don't watch TV in Nepal. Yeah. So yeah, it's a very debatable one. Yeah. Okay. Shiny, are you still awake, or have you fallen asleep? Would you like to just finish on what your views are about happiness? Because you were one of the first people I asked, and you mentioned something that you were happy being, where was it? Right at the beginning, to do with the sessions. So I just want to ask you, how are you feeling now? Are you feeling happy, or are you feeling fast asleep? Well, maybe Shiny is asleep. There's no life there. Okay, so I'm going to be away for a week. It will be Friday. We say, okay, Friday week means not this Friday, but a week on Friday. Which will be the 12th of May. I have to go to the UK. Well, I suppose, no, it's not quite a fortnight, Hermine. It's 10 days, I suppose. I have to go to the UK. I will be staying some of the time at my mother's. She doesn't have any internet, so I won't be able to do any sessions then. And I'm not quite sure where I'll be on all of the days. So a week on Friday we'll be back. And I'm just thinking, I mean, unless you come up with a brighter plan, that I might have a look at thinking positively and the benefits and how you can perhaps help to train your mind to think positively, because I think this is a very interesting topic. And I think most of you already think very positively, but it might be quite interesting just to see what they say about the subject. So I'm more than happy for any suggestions if any of you have any ideas of what you would like to discuss. But I will perhaps post, and you need to look out for it, some material that you perhaps could read to focus your mind on the topic. And perhaps what we will do is, like today, read one session and maybe discuss a bit more some of the ideas it throws up, because today's session was really interesting to hear what makes you guys happy. So I'm going to have to say goodbye for now, and I will see you in 10 days, I suppose. It's, 10, 11 days. Okay then, so see you then. Bye-bye.